Hi, folks. In this video, we're going to talk about one of the actually, this is one of the first videos in Module 7. In this video, we're going to talk about marketing communications, kind of an intro, more or less, about the role of marketing communications, a marketing communication mix. Okay. Now, what is marketing communication, or what are marketing communications? Well, marketing communications is nothing but the voice of the company and what the company wants to communicate, uh, to the ultimate consumer. Okay. Many a times, it will be more than just to the consumer. It could be about the company to outside partners, like other businesses. It could be community, or you just to build relationship with existing consumers, or start a business with new customers. More or less, it is a way of creating a dialogue uh, with your business partners per se. Business partner doesn't have to be your suppliers. Even your customers could be treated as business partners, right? From a typical business to consumer relationship, this marketing communications are used to actually enhance the relationship, strengthen the loyalty and in turn increase the value of the customer to the company. Again, marketing communication, it's the purpose of it is to be the voice of the company. Okay, that's the single line emphasized statement. Now, coming to marketing communication mix, there are a variety of marketing communications that companies can use for the purpose. Now, these are the ones presented here, the 8 of them, pretty much cover every every variety of marketing communication. The first and foremost, which most people assume is the only thing marketing communication represents, is advertising. It's not entirely true. That's just one way of form. Advertising is, I think it's pretty self-explanatory. It's a paid form of non-personal presentation. It is nothing but what you and I encounter every day on the television, right? You cannot really literally, you're not talking to the actual person of the organization. Rather, you are hearing the company's voice through some other sort of medium. It could be audio, video, uh, print, any way or form. That's advertising. Okay. The second is sales promotion. In sales promotion, they are kind of your incentives, your discount coupons, your buy one get one free, consumer promotions primarily. They are your sales promotion from a B2C standpoint, your coupons and things like that. Whereas from a B2B standpoint, your sales promotions could be your bulk discounts, trade discounts. They're called trade discounts. I repeat, from a B2C standpoint, your sales promotion could be your coupons, buy one get one free kind of things. Whereas from a B2B standpoint, your sales promotions are nothing but your trade promotions. Like you buy X number of products, uh, X number of products. That way, you'll get a bulk pricing, things like that. An example I can give you here is every year when Walmart goes to back to school campaign, they actually purchase at a dead cheap cost. So they've a couple of years ago, sorry, I'm sidetracking here, but as many of you know, I kind of mentioned earlier in the semester that I am a co-founder to a foundation, and as part of the foundation, I actually provide between 2,000 and 5,000 backpacks to poor kids in St. Louis. So as part of it, I have to purchase the school supplies, right? Now imagine 2,000 to 5,000 backpacks. The amount of supplies I need is like exorbitantly big, right? Like, so there was one year my house was filled with about 900 boxes of supplies, like all the way from pencils, erasers, sharpeners, books, bags and everything. Now, so Walmart is one of my primary source of suppliers, and so what have done is like I am actually in touch with the managers and whatnot in a couple of Walmarts in St. Louis, and anytime they're getting in something in bulk, and they're not sold on time, they actually give me it at a discounted price. So a 20 pack pencil set is normally sold for about $1.04, and where I get it for about 64 cents. And now imagine if they are giving me for 64 cents, how much they are billed. So in one of the times, I was talking to the manager, and the manager was saying the bulk pricing on it for buying 7 crates. So each crate has about 40 cartons of pencil boxes, and each carton has about 50 packets. So suddenly you're talking about huge numbers, right? So what they mentioned is like if they buy about 20 cases, they actually get it each box at about for 39 to 38 cents. So that's your trade discounts. That's your bulk discounts. Okay. Now, other forms of marketing communications are events and experiences like company sponsored activities, like the Edward Jones game at the cards game, or Anheuser-Busch Day or even Mastercard Day at Six Flags. So these are your company sponsored activities and things like that. Public relations and publicity, these are from your newspaper articles and things like that. Whereas your online and social media marketing, so online activities, which have become a uh, kind of a medium by itself. Earlier, they used to be part of your public relations, interestingly enough. But in the last 4 or 5 years, we are creating much bigger emphasis on social media. Not 4 5, sorry, last decade. We are hearing more emphasis on social media marketing and the power of it, and they're used primarily to indirectly raise awareness across the spectrum. That's the primary ways how online and social media marketing is being used. Now, the direct to database marketing is a traditional way. In fact, I would call it the first tech way to communicate to consumers. Like the mail, the telephone, the fax, email, the internet that's being used in the past is direct to database marketing. The telephone calls that you get, it's a direct marketing. And the mails that you get for example, I'm pretty sure every now and then we always get this pre-approval card from various credit card companies, right? So that's your database marketing, right? They look at the database and they look at everybody in this zip code with with X number and above credit rating, and they all will be blasted upon. Lastly, my favorite, uh, I'll tell you the reason why I said it's my favorite, is personal selling. So personal selling is nothing, it's pretty easy to understand, very similar to the first one, advertising. Personal selling is kind of a misnomer, or uh, that's what people think marketing is about, selling, right? Many people, not you and I, many people. Personal selling is your face to face interaction that a prospective customer or a customer has with the company. Now, personal selling also sometimes can include in its explanation the customer service aspect. Not all the time, sometime. The reason I said personal selling is my favorite is I'm like my dissertation is in sales. In fact, 2006, the best sales dissertation was mine. That probably my proudest achievement till that time. Uh, so my research is primarily about how salespeople like how their performance is evaluated and what are the different ways companies can use or should use down the line. Okay, that was my dissertation, and in fact, quite a bit of my research actually focuses on that as well. That concludes this video, and let's hear more in the next one. Bye.